You have photos from my past?
Of course I do.
Where did you get these photos?
The internet.
Oh, right. Google.
Right.
I forgot. Joan Rivers and Oscar de la Renta and me being so skinny. Did you notice that? Look how skinny I was. I don't remember what that was. It was some like horrifying, like scary night. And there we were. Huh?
It's a good suit.
That suit of mine?
Yeah.
It's really good, right?
Yeah.
Oversized, kind of what's happening now, right? Yeah, that's really good. Also, Joan looks cute, doesn't she?
And nothing but chains.
Nothing but chains and kind of a bob again. And Oscar, who was so handsome, right? I don't remember what that was. It was sort of like maybe it was like a pre-CFDA moment, like let's have an event before the CFDA event. I think that's what that was. They used to have like pre events before the actual event. Like a cocktail to announce the cocktail for the cocktail for the CFDA. Right. And that was one of them. I swear. That's what it was. They used to do that. Now they don't have any of that. They just have the big event.
Okay. This one?
That's Mira Sorvino and Sandra Bernhard. And Mira, okay, here's the thing about this dress on Mira Sorvino. It's gorgeous,
no, it's everything.
Right?
Yes.
And Kevin Aucoin did the makeup, I think.
Yes.
And I think Garen did the hair, right?
Gorgeous.
And this was all an effort. And look, it's Douglas Keeve in the background, by the way, my ex Douglas Keeve, with his bleach growing out, exactly. But wait, here's the thing about this. This was like one of the awards shows, and she was presenting, and she literally looked like Marilyn Monroe.
She's
like
gorgeous.
We did her as Marilyn Monroe. Kevin gave her like cherries in the snow and this white skin and the dark liner, and Garen did the hair, and it was Marilyn. And then the next night, she shows up to something not looking like Marilyn. Okay, and I was like, is she crazy?
Right.
Like, we just did that to her.
You should have stayed in it.
Keep it for a second.
One
okay?
second.
You know what I mean,
yeah.
right? It's like, you look like this one night, and then they made you look like that the next night, and you didn't go like, can I just take you and show you this, what they did last night?
Right.
You know? And she didn't, right? Sorry.
It's gorgeous.
By the way, don't you love a gown with a bra?
Well, of course, that I love.
Bra?
That
Sorry,
I love.
just saying,
right.
yeah.
This?
Shows. Well, that was at a fashion show. Speaking of Halloween, I had a fashion show on Halloween.
Right, of course.
In the Village, and it was crazy because no one could get to it, so it was like literally hours late.
Right.
And after, no one could leave, so we all had to like stay there.
Right.
But I gave masks of my own face out that year.
Of course.
Because it was Halloween, so I thought, how funny.
Right.
And also Nina, I think it was Nina's idea. I was like, yeah, that's funny.
Do you have those?
I have one somewhere, I think. But it's funny, and I think one of these people is Kristen McMenemy. That one, you know who this is? This is
that Christy?
I used to call her Bubble, and her name is Christy. Christy Hume.
Hume, yeah.
Christy Hume, and my nickname for her is Bubble. Like if I saw her on the street, I go, hi, Bubble. You know, I don't know why I called her Bubble. It was like this funny thing, like you are
because
Bubble.
She's like blonde
she was
and poppy,
blonde
right.
and kind of adorable and like bubbly, and I called her Bubble. That's why. I never knew her name.
She has a daughter that looks exactly like her.
She's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Christy Hume was gorgeous in clothes. And I think this is Kristen McMenemy. I'm not kidding you.
Or is it Amber?
It's Amber. You're right. Oh my God, it's Amber Valletta. Amber. And this was at a show of mine on Halloween. And that, hence the masks. And all I remember was like, someone get me out. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. And because I couldn't get out, and I finally got out, and I was sitting in the backseat of this car for literally, because the show is on like Lafayette Street and 9th or whatever, and it was right in the middle of this whole parade thing in the city. And basically I lived like 2 blocks away, but I didn't want to get out of the car because I just didn't want to like face people.
Sure.
So I just sat in the car, and literally it took like 3 hours to get 3 blocks.
This one?
Shalom Harlow and me, right?
Is that your campaign? Or was that just like
this was a campaign that Dewey Nicks shot. And Shalom has a special place in my heart. She really does.
Yeah.
I mean, she just looks like some old movie star. You know, she looks like Ava Gardner to me. And I will never forget, there was one fantastic fitting. We were fitting her, and my mom was there, and Manolo Blahnik was there, and Shalom was there, and it was her fitting, and they were just like, oh my God, look how much she looks like Ava Gardner.
Right.
Look how much she looks like, you know, Isabella Rossellini. Look how much she looks like Ingrid Bergman.
Right.
Yeah. She looks like everybody,
Everyone.
all those old movie stars. And she's also really, really smart and really funny, and she has a hilarious sense of humor. And if you say to her, hey, like, if you say, Shalom, will you, like, walk to the end of the runway and then, like, mess up your makeup and your hair? She'll go, yeah, sure, if that's what you want. Yes, that's what I'll do. Like she will, if you say that to Naomi, she'll say, I'm calling my agent and I'm no longer doing your show.
Exactly.
You know? But if you say anything like, could you like just fall on your face and in the mud and then get up and turn around?
Right there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
She'll do
okay.
it.
Yeah.
So then we'll do it.
Okay, well, this one.
Have I seen?
I feel like you'll know this.
Okay. Oh, are you
Yes, of
kidding?
course.
I think this was, and I'm not kidding you, I think this was in like 1989 or
Okay.
something, right? When I got a CFDA award and she presented it to me.
I mean,
Liza.
Liza.
And the thing about Liza is that, you know, like I don't think they even had to ask her to do it. Like she just called and said,
Right.
can I give him the award? Because he's
Right.
my friend,
Right.
you know? And then it became this whole thing like about people presenting. I mean, I won
Right.
the award a few times. And once they got Sigourney Weaver, because they were like, we can't get anybody else, so we have to get Sigourney Weaver, right? And I was like, oh, I love Sigourney Weaver, right? I'll say
Right.
anything with Sigourney Weaver. And then
Right.
I sent this dress, and she didn't wear it. She wore Armani, okay? And I was so pissed off. I was like, okay, like forever on my bad list, Sigourney Weaver. Yeah.
Right.
And then she made up something about how she was pregnant or something.
Well-
It's like, yeah, you know what? My dress would have fit you too.
But wait,
She
like
just didn't like it.
the
She didn't
thing.
like
So
dress.
the
And I know, sheer red hose, not my thing.
The shoe-
I did not do the hose or the shoes. Liza was always responsible for her
Okay.
own hose and her own shoes. I'm not kidding.
You will not
I
take
tried.
responsibility for
I
that?
will not take responsibility for sheer red
Okay.
hose. That's me and Marc Jacobs, right?
But what was the?
Oh, 7th on 6th.
Yeah, what is that?
7th on 6th was this kind of idea of Anna Wintour's. It was like her, like sort of sample sale to benefit AIDS charity, right?
Okay.
And again, this was like the pre to the cocktail to the cocktail to the event, right? There was a big event called 7th on 6th, which was at the Armory, and everybody shipped in all their like old clothes, and whatever they sold, they gave to the proceeds went to AIDS, right? But there was an announcement, there was a cocktail for the announcement, there was an announcement for the cocktail,
Right.
and then there was the event. So this was like everybody was called and said like, please meet on the street,
Right.
And we did, and that's Mark, and Mark was cute,
But
right?
like you got the bag, which is genius. The belt and the
The
pants.
LL Bean
Yes,
bag,
well that I
the
just
trouser,
Right.
exactly, and then the T-shirt. Nobody wanted to wear the T-shirt.
Of course, right.
Exactly, but
Nobody wanted to wear the
no
T-shirt.
one wanted that T-shirt. That T-shirt, ugh, right?
Okay.
Ugh. That graphic, who designed that graphic? Shame on you, right? And the sleeve length and the neckline. Oh, it's bad.
Right.
Sorry, but Mark was cute.